A very good morning, class. So today we'll do this poem. The name of this poem is The Shed and it is given on page number 48. So let's start. Do you know what a shed is? So do you know, students, what basically a shed is? A cow shed, a tool shed, a wood shed, for example. It's a small room away from the main house. So a small room that is away from the main house where you can store or keep things, animals, tools, vehicles, etc. So that basically is known as a shed. So ask your partner if she/he has ever seen a shed. So now let us start with the poem. There's a shed at the bottom of a garden. If you can see here, the shed is there in the bottom, that means in the middle of the garden, with a spider web hanging across the door. So across the door, a spider web, a house that is made by a spider. So there's a spider web that is hanging across the door, means from this side to that side. The hinds are rusty and creak in the wind. So now they are saying, so what is the meaning of hinds? So basically it is a piece of metal that joins two sides of a box or door or window. So here the hinds are rusty. Okay, rust has been catched. And creak in the wind. And what is creak? Creak basically is, it's not smooth, okay, and when it is moving with a bit of difficulty. So when I am in bed, I lie and I listen. So when the speaker is lying on the bed, what is he doing? He is listening. I'll open that door one day. And what is the speaker thinking? The name of the speaker is Franklin. Okay, the name is Franklin. Okay, and the poet or the speaker, what is he saying? I will open that door one day. There's a dusky old window around at the side. Again, he is saying that there is a dusky old window, means the window is filled with dust, with 3 cracked panes of glass. Okay, so he's talking about this window where there are 3 cracked panes of. I often think there's something staring at me. Now what is the poet, like the poet is talking with himself and he's saying that often there is someone who is staring at the poet each time that I pass. So whenever he is passing from that shed, so each time he feels that there is someone staring at him. I'll peep through that window one day. Now the poet is talking to himself. He's saying that one day he will peep. Peep means to suddenly look into. So he looked through that window one day. My brother says there's a ghost in the shed. So here comes the brother of the poet and he says that there's a ghost who is living in the shed, who hides under the rotten floorboards. So the poet is saying that the ghost is hiding himself under the rotten floorboards. Okay, rotten means something which is not fresh. And if I ever had to set foot inside, and if the poet will ever dare to set his foot inside that shed, he'll jump out and chop off my head. So what will that ghost do? He'll come out and he will chop off the head of the poet. I'll take a peep one day. So, but I'll take a peek one day. Now the poet is saying, but one day I'll definitely go and look into the shed. Next, the poet is saying, I know that there isn't really a ghost. So Franklin is saying that I know that he knows that there is no ghost over there. My brother tells lie to keep the shed from his den. So his brother is lying to him so that he can keep the shed for his den, means he can keep that shed for his own purpose. There isn't anyone staring or making strange noises. Now again the poet talks to himself and he is saying that there is no one who is staring nor is anyone making any sort of noises. And the spider has been gone from his web and the spider has also left his web. Since I don't know when, but the poet is saying he don't know the time when the spider has left his web, I'll go into that shed one day soon. And at last the poet is again repeating this line that one day he'll definitely visit into that shed. But not just yet. But now it is not the right time to go. But one day he'll definitely go. So now we are done with the poem. I hope you all have understood.